But
Carolina
Lara,
or
they're
in
saying
Florida,
that they
where we're
have,
probably going to have a
but that's a
situation
separate,
coming up in the next several days.
that's a separate tranche of
No
money.
one is
That's a separate tranche of
okay.
money. I want you to
If
listen
anyone
to,
believes
I want
that
you, when Mike Pence's life was in jeopardy, an aide told prosecutors that Trump said, quote, "So what?" Do you think that's an appropriate response to the notion that his vice president's life appeared to be in danger?
Hello, everybody. I have a decently intense exchange here with racist Barbie Lara Trump against Dana Bash from CNN. The smirk on Lara Trump's face during this interview, it just annoys me so much because it's just like you could tell these people are just soulless. It's like a game for them. They don't care that they're endangering people's lives. It's just a matter of time that something like the El Paso shooting in Texas that they targeted Hispanics happens again. And I hate to say that, but it's just a matter of time. These people are truly soulless. And Dana, what do you mean he's spreading misinformation? Just call it what it is. It's a lie. It's a nasty racist lie. And it's in order to have a chance at winning this election, they believe that they have to run the 2016 playbook of, angering their base, the racist base that it is, and get them motivated against immigrants, people of color, right? And if they lose, of course, who they're gonna blame. They're gonna blame illegals, and it's just getting ridiculous. And you have to hear the response Lara Trump gives about Pence being feet away from possible death, and Trump saying, "Oh, so what? He was close to death." It's pretty crazy that this race is even close. Tells you a lot about this country. I will say that. Please leave a like and subscribe, guys, if you get something from this video. Now let's check out that full exchange.
Laura, I want to ask you about something that the former president said last night on that stage, specifically about Hurricane Helene in your home state of North Carolina. He said that FEMA is only offering $750 to Americans who have had their homes destroyed. That's not true. He's also echoing conspiracy theorists online who falsely claim that the administration is redirecting disaster money for undocumented immigrants. That's also not true. Why is he spreading misinformation in a crisis like that? And does that concern you about your fellow North Carolinians and how and whether they could actually get help?
I'm incredibly concerned in North Carolina. I hear every day from people on the ground there, and they are desperate for help. It is a dire situation there. I actually think we don't even know the extent yet of truly how bad it is there. And look, Kamala Harris did come out and say it's $750 per family right now. The idea that we've spent $650 million in fiscal year 24 on the migrant crisis that Kamala Harris was responsible for stopping, and by all accounts, she created by having an open door policy at our southern border,
but
is
Laura,
infuriating.
Laura, let me just stop you right there.
Of this country.
Let me just stop you right there because I just want to not let this get out there. You are right that FEMA is giving $750, but that is a first step. It's for immediate needs. It's called the serious needs assistance.
Dana, and said that they are out of money in terms of their hurricane relief. We have another hurricane heading towards Florida right now.
What they have said is that there is money
right now. Why don't they have anything in order? Why is it that right now the citizens in Western North Carolina are screaming for help, and it's having to come from local citizens? People from my hometown of Wilmington are driving across the state 6 hours to go to the mountains and help people.
It is bad.
Where is our federal government? Why are they out of money?
It is bad there, but my question is about the misinformation, particularly the notion that they are moving money to migrants, you say undocumented migrants, which FEMA says flatly is not true. And if people are not getting correct information, then they can't go for assistance as they have been asked for. I just want to quickly play what Senator Tom Tillis.
Let me just say for 1 second.
Go ahead.
You have migrants being housed in luxury hotels in New York City. We have paid so much money from our tax dollars into the crisis that didn't need to happen. We could redirect money to help people immediately on the ground in North Carolina or in Florida, where we're probably going to have a situation coming up in the next several days.
That's a separate tranche of money. That's a separate tranche of money. I want you to listen to.
I want you to. This migrant crisis hasn't been a disaster for every American. It is a big problem,
but that has nothing to do with the people in your home state right now.
I mean, guys, it's very simple. We all know, right, what's going on here. You know how Democrats When it comes to election time, they will say stuff like, "Hey, we're going to try to lower healthcare costs or increase minimum wages and a wide variety of these things." And right, they do this in order to get you to go out there and vote. The Republicans' number way to get their voters excited. It's sick to say it, but it's racism. And it's not to say that all Republicans are racist. I have friends who are disgusted by Trump and they're Republicans, but it's a big percentage of them that are. And without that base, they can't win an election. So they pander to the racists. They have to, right? And also what I would say is that they're racist, right? They're also racist. So it goes hand in hand. And they will try and blame just about any issue on immigrants, right? And it's just messed up. Now let's get to this final clip here of Lara Trump's response to Mike Pence. Guys, you don't want to miss this. His life was threatened, right? This was Trump's vice president, his second in command. How do you treat someone like this? It's just horrible. Let's check that out.
I want to turn to something that we learned this week about from prosecutors on Donald Trump's role in trying to overturn the election results in 2020. When Mike Pence's life was in jeopardy, an aide told prosecutors that Trump said, quote, "So what?" Do you think that's an appropriate response to the notion that his vice president's life appeared to be in danger?
Well, I think that this is a ridiculous ploy, of course, in 30 days to an election to try and dissuade people from voting for Donald Trump. The January 6th situation has been amplified to a level that I don't think is almost believable to so many people right now, when they're struggling to put food on the table for their families, when they're struggling to fill up their gas tanks, when you have dog and cat euthanization rates at an all-time high right now, because people are going to have to turn over their animals because they can't afford to have a family pet right now. When you have wars breaking out around the world, this is not the top concern for the people of this country. And the fact that this is coming to the forefront just speaks volumes about the fact that the Democrats probably don't feel good about their candidate of Kamala Harris. This is not the main concern of the American people. They want their affordable life back. They want jobs back. They want their country back, and they want their safety and security back. And they know who brought it to them. It's Donald J. Trump.
Let me talk about where we are right now, because we are 30 days away from an election. So let's look ahead to how Donald Trump will respond to the results of this election. Polls, of course, show that it is very, very close. It could go either way. Is there any circumstance in which Donald Trump would accept a defeat and concede?
Well, of course, if he feels that this is a free, fair, and transparent election, which, by the way, is my number one goal at the RNC. You mentioned at the top, I am the co-chair of the Republican National Committee, and our number one charge has been trying to make sure that we restore faith in our electoral process. There were a lot of people after 2020 all across this country who felt like maybe they couldn't trust that system. We want to restore the faith in that, because it is really foundational, Dana, to who we are as a country, as American citizens. Every vote matters and every vote counts. And we have extended this offer to our friends across the aisle at the DNC. At the DNC, please come join us in this pursuit of election integrity. And so we want every person to feel when they go vote in America, whether they're voting Republican, Democrat, or third party candidate, their vote matters and their vote counts. And assuming everything is free, fair, and transparent, absolutely. If Donald Trump loses this election, he has said himself he will be happy to accept those results.
Guys, could you imagine being JD Vance? How desperate you must be to still want to be vice president to Trump after what he said about Mike Pence and him not giving a shit how close he was to death, or people chanting hang Mike Pence. Like, these guys are just gross. They're just in a cult, right? We'll keep saying it here. They're just in a cult. These people will always dig their heels in. They'll never admit wrongdoing. This is what being part of a cult means. It's pretty sad to see. And for her to say that people are not concerned about American democracy, are you kidding me? I would say that's probably one of the main reasons that Biden got elected. People just didn't want a fascist there that couldn't accept the laws and that was willing to overthrow the government. I mean, Trump still hasn't accepted the 2020 election laws. Fox News was forced to pay $800 million. And Tucker Carlson was forced to get fired, their beloved Tucker Carlson, because of this lie. And for her to say that he would accept the results if he believes that they're fair, like, are you kidding me? In what world? in what reality would he accept the results if he lost? Like, that's just insane. Yeah, he's a sore loser. He's a petulant child. We all know it. He tried to overthrow the government. We all saw it January 6th. But guys, I'll leave it there. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.